yes, Joe Biden, the previous president, forced Google to censor videos and other material that was critical of the COVID stuff as well as the 2020 election. Let me read what this says here. So it says today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as COVID-19 and elections an opportunity to return to the platform. Google also admitted to the following to the House Judiciary Committee. The Biden administration pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube's policies. The Biden administration's censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. Public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. The company will never use third-party fact checkers. Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. These major admissions come after Chairman Jordan's subpoena to Google and a year-long investigation into the company. So this isn't my regular documentary style type thing. This is just me speaking from the hip because this is personal to me. And for those who've been following my channel for the last couple of years, if you've been following me, you know that on October 1st, 2022, the anniversary is coming up. My wife Stephanie went home to God. So it's a sore spot because on August 2021, I did a live stream where I announced to the community, my followers and subscribers, the diagnosis of my wife when she was diagnosed at the time with stage 3 ovarian cancer before it was upgraded to stage 4 cancer of unknown primary. And then a year later, she passed away. In January 2022, which is about 6 months after the live stream that I did from August of 2021, she watched that stream for the first time and she was in tears and she didn't realize how emotional I was, and it touched her. It really touched her. And I was very, I was very emotional as well because of that. Because to me, it was just a live stream talking to people about what happened, but it meant something more for her. So as a result of that, the live stream was a sentimental piece of my life, and it had remained in my heart because of that. I didn't want to hear myself talking about it. I don't care about seeing myself, but because it meant something to her, that live stream has a special meaning now. And as a result, I make sure to keep it preserved. Well, what happened was in early 2023, YouTube deleted the live stream because I made a comment about the 2020 election. And the only comment that I made was that YouTube was censoring videos regarding the election. I didn't make it an opinion one way or the other about it. I didn't question its illegitimacy. I just simply said YouTube was removing videos about that election, and for that, YouTube removed my stream, proving me correct. By the way, so they couldn't get me on fake news because they proved I was right. Well, I appealed, and they said that they had to uphold the ban. Well, now we find out it's because the previous president, Joe Biden, was pressuring Google to censor videos and censoring speech. And this is relevant because we're hearing a lot about Jimmy Kimmel and how he was silenced. And by the way, I love receipts because Jimmy Kimmel was shown to have said some really horrific things about people not taking the vax, including that they should die.
Hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
So no, I'm not making anything up about it. This is Jimmy Kimmel, who also celebrated Roseanne Barr and Tucker Carlson getting fired. Now he's a hypocrite. And no, I am not for censorship. I don't care what side of the switch you're on, but I don't like hypocrisy. I really don't. I don't like hypocrisy. And a lot of people, I know people don't hear this, but a lot of people on the left are hypocrites. They have no problem censoring Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson, but one of their own gets censored, and it's the apocalypse. It's the apocalypse. We have to. It's a tyranny, dictatorship. No, the dictatorship was Biden pressuring Google to censor voices. This is dictatorship. And by the way, if and when Kimmel returns, he won't talk about this. You think Jimmy Kimmel's going to talk about this? He won't. He's going to ignore this because it doesn't fit their narrative. And the reason why I'm making this video is because again, it's personal to me because Google censored a very important piece of my history, a very important piece of my memory. So this is why I'm making this video. And there's a lot of other people on YouTube and Google who've had their materials and memories erased over Biden's censorship. But no, orange man bad, orange man bad. Take the blue pill, orange man bad. Listen, I don't care if you hate or like Trump. I really don't care. It doesn't that doesn't affect me. What affects me is that censorship is paraded and celebrated on one side, not the other. I know some people are going to say, "Well, those that were encouraging the firing of employees who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death is engaging in that kind." Um, I mean, I don't think you should be a Karen, but at the same time, if you hold a position in the workforce that requires you to be empathetic to human beings, and you're out there celebrating someone's death, I think people have a right to question your ability to perform that job. But that's just me. What can I tell you? Especially if you're a doctor or a nurse, to me, that's a violation of the Hippocratic Oath. If you celebrated Charlie Kirk's death and you're in the medical field, you violated the Hippocratic Oath. You should lose your job, just for that reason alone, just for ethical reasons, just to preserve the purity of the Hippocratic Oath. But that's just me. But yeah, this is personal to me because of what they did onto the memory of my late wife, and it's good that Google has finally admitted it, and it is giving creators the opportunity that were censored by the Biden administration to return back onto the platform. But I think many of them have gone on to greener pastures. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing more I can say about this. There really isn't anything more I can say. It's just, it's funny how this is all coming out now with the topic of censorship and free speech being a hot topic, but only with one side. And again, if Jimmy Kimmel returns tonight, and by the way, Sinclair and Nexstar, uh, their affiliates are not going to carry Jimmy Kimmel. They're going to continue with the boycott of Kimmel. So Kimmel's reach is already going to be limited, and word is that his contract with ABC or Disney ends in May of next year. So I'm going to bet my life savings that they won't renew his contract, and he'll probably go sign somewhere else. Actually, if he's smart, he'll request a buyout and then sign somewhere else immediately so he can get more money. But that's just me. But yeah, I think Kimmel's done with Disney. He's not viable for them financially. But I doubt that when he comes back tonight, Tuesday night, which is September 23rd, I doubt that he's going to bring this up. I highly doubt he's going to talk about Google admitting censorship under Biden. I really doubt it. Um, I would give him props if he did, but he's not going to. He's a two-faced communist shill. So screw him. I don't care. I really don't care. It's funny though. It is funny, but again, a lot of people were affected by this, including myself. Although me being affected was not as monetarily severe as others, but still, the fact that they took a piece of my memory, or tried to anyway, because I did retrieve it. I had to do a screen recording of that live stream. But still, just the fact that they did it caused undue stress months after my wife passed away too. So it wasn't something I needed. You know what I mean? It really wasn't. But regardless, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this and what your thoughts are on all this. And if you trust Google at this point, if you even trust Google to like do the right thing, because there's that too. Like, do you trust Google? We're gonna find out. So leave your comments in the thread, in the comment section. I look forward to reading them, and we'll talk soon. You guys have a great day. Take care.